Hey,
we're into the draft. We got a Luna ban on the side of Silly Goofy Prodigies, so this is going to be very interesting here. I think Atlas might be out and for the taking on the side of Barcode.
The Luna ban and the Zentaro ban. What? Okay, sure. We're gonna let the Atlas through. I mean, XenoGemini is also an avid Atlas enjoyer. We're gonna see a Juno hover as well. Is it the specialized training? Is that the reason for it? Because those slimes hit hard with that awakening.
Oh, he's going to go into Rune here. Big BA going to really love that pick as well. And so does Vodible, by the way. Subscribe to Vodible. Get these sick, awesome Rune emotes as well. So, got the draft out of the way. You got Asher, Atlas, Estelle for SuRpLu5 Esports. Juliet, Rune, and Atlas for Silly Goofy Prodigies. This is going to be a fun one. And it's very interesting. We've got I think the 2 goalie matchup here on the side for Atlas. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one, guys.
It's going to be a very fun one, especially on Atlas's lab. This is going to be bread and butter, right? If you're on the side of Surplus, right? This is exactly
These
what
are
you've been
our
trying to get.
fundamentals. This is what our coaches tell them to do in the locker room. This is what we tell them to do when they tap that believe sign on top of my office. And yes, that is a Ted Lasso reference. I run all my teams based off the Ted Lasso fallacy. We got 2 goal barriers down on each side. We got a nice little even advantage. Barcode playing for his life. He's always going to play that. He's going to leave it all on the field. And it's just a nice little strike war going on between all these teams. It's very interesting seeing all these players just going out like this, you know. But that's another goal barrier down for SuRpLu5 Esports. Joker, watch what he's going to do here. Look at this, okay? Puffy's going to pass to him. He's just going to go right in. And you've seen his Asher. You've seen how he plays. But if that's nothing, if Lyarri and Pengwy have anything to say about it.
And Joker does a wonderful job in these offensive situations, just putting on that pressure of standing in between the midfielder and the other offensive, while Puffy can try and line up these scoring situations. Gonna be a beautiful banish from Lyarri.
Ooh, good rescue.
Super smart from Barcode, just be super patient with that ultimate. This is what we mean when Barcode is on the Atlas. It is just insane.
Look at that core flip out from XenoGemini, and Barcode's just going to refute it. And look at that bang from PuffyFPS, the man out of Michigan State. Going to grab the first goal for SuRpLu5 Esports.
Going to grab the first goal. And if this is what it's going to be, like, even after, you know, like, Pengwy had a level advantage in that first scuffle, right? Had the level 2 early on to get that ultimate out, but couldn't convert. If this is the kind of play that we're going to see, we're going to need to see Pengwy finally get some of those KOs just like that.
And I mean, ever since the Asher rework and buff and stuff like that, it's been really tough for her to stay on this court. I mean, even in my games, I'm noticing that I'm getting knocked out a bunch, but they got the equal advantage here. Joker is back, so SuRpLu5 Esports fans, rest assured, things should be getting back into their own state of affairs, as we see with that shield barrier going down, and Puffy just gonna let it go right through. Beautiful work.
This is so good from
exactly
Estelle.
how he drew it up.
I mean, it's just such a classic play, but since Estelle doesn't see much play anymore, a lot of people aren't used to it. A lot of people aren't trying to prep for those like almost guaranteed scoring situations with the Crystal Thorns to follow up on that slow-moving core. And if you're not ready for it, if you're not trying to get it out of the way early on so you can hit it again afterwards, like it's just not going to end up working out. Beautiful play from Puffy.
Beautiful plays from Puffy as well. I mean, you cannot resist the finger guns here. And as you saw, that clear there, beautiful. Absolute art. And look at this. Okay, so Joker and Puffy going to come up in that 2 here. Barcode's going to come up a little bit sooner. But look, he's already backing up, ready to defend that goal. That goal was not defended properly, however. I mean, even gods have flaws. And look, we got 2 open goals. This could go either way, and maybe it could be an easy goal for Puffy or Joker here as this score is levitating towards the left side of the court. That middle black hole, by the way, going to be throwing some thorns in the side of everybody here. Their strategies, their plans, their geometry is going to be thrown off a little bit as we head into overtime. Oh my God!
Lyarri has been doing such fantastic work working with XenoGemini to make sure that goal did not get in, would not have happened without her. That defensive prowess was amazing, and Pengwy able to work alongside that power play to get their first goal. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to be seeing from Prodygies that they can pull off. They just need to get set up for it.
Absolutely. I mean, they are as much of a capable team as SuRpLu5 Esports, and we're going to be seeing a really good match, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about that. And look at these the rune banishings and these little shield things. I don't know what they're called as of right now. That's great for me being an Omega Strikers content creator, but
right.
I mean, she's doing great work, but Barcode is going to keep this out as well. Lyarri also kind of going back and doing a bit of an own shield pop there. A little bit of an awkward situation, but that's okay. Joker and Puffy on the offensive as Lyarri and Pengwy are trying to keep things back, trying to keep this core on the other side of the pitch. As long as it's on your side, as long as it's not on your side, you'll be fine, right?
Right, exactly. That's what we were talking about. The teleports from Lyarri have just been making sure that she can always have that on the other side of the arena. Forcing the core flip out from Barcode. It could be a big play. It's going to be interesting either way. XenoGemini has not been letting up. And again, these banishes from Lyarri have been so good. Not going to get the ultimate kill. That's so important, actually.
Jeez, Pengwy is throwing around Puffy like Puffy is the core, but it's not working out, and he's already gone. And Pengwy going to reroute that. It's a 2-2 split set. And come on, guys! Do something! Come on!
Do something! I love that, right?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed either. These guys are going to play the way they're going to play. And as we can see, we're seeing a really good equal amount of energy coming off from both of these teams. We're seeing nobody bend the knee as of right now with both the Atlas and the Rune on the side of Silly Goofy Prodigies and the Asher shields coming out. It's a shield bonanza. If you love shields, not swords, you're come to a right place.
100%. Another banish comes through. The ultimate finally landing again from Barcode. These are going to be so important. Lyarri needs to make sure that she can have her cooldowns up on time. And that one's just going to sneak right through the members of SuRpLu5 Esports. And Prodygies, they're acting a little silly and a little bit goofy.
Little silly, little goofy, but hey, if you know the SuRpLu5 way, we're also a little silly and a little goofy. We're just not in our name, so it's okay. It's fine. We regain, we regroup, and we're into the awakenings. It's so chill. Extra special going to go on to Lyarri right here. Barcode is going to kind of wait a little bit. So will the Julie on the side of Pengwy as well. Hot shot going to Puffy. Joker's probably going to grab bulk up. Yep, that makes sense. And it looks like it's Barcode is just going to fall to the orb replicator.
Right, both of the goalies are going to take the orb replicator because they both have dancer because it was in the starting awakenings. Yep. But the extra special on top of the specialized training for Lyarri means that she's just going to be able to get this banish right off the rip every single round and force out the ultimate from Atlas every single time. On top of it being a reduced cooldown, this is going to be so much more pressure on the side of Prodygies than people were probably expecting, and XenoGemini stacks are completely full on the orb replicator. He's going to be flying around this place.
He is absolutely going to be flying around this place, but look, 2 goal barriers down on the side of Silly Goofy Prodigies, and look at Pengwy go. They are just going absolutely nuts, and Lyarri was carrying a lot of this last match. I don't want to discredit her teammates, but she was absolutely going bonkers this last set, so this extra special will really help her out as well. Look at that nice redirect from the 4th player in the arena, the black hole here. Oh my goodness, it's XenoGemini. Bit of a defensive masterclass. It's coming in. Look at this, rescuable Puffy getting ready. And I mean, also look at Joker here. The shield's already broken. Has to play a little bit more conservatively than everybody else because he's just going to get knocked off the side of the map if he just gets an Aaron hit.
Just getting an Aaron hit is right, especially with this core in overtime. An Aaron hit could be everything, especially with those rune pillars that could come up at any point in any time. And we're going to send out the fiery flurry. The Puffy is just trying and sneak that one in, not going to be able to do so. Lyarri setting up the pillar. The black hole comes out and wrecks the members of Prodygies, and they're weak. This could actually be a really good opportunity for SuRpLu5.
Oh my goodness, XenoGemini doing absolute craziness. It was no wonder why he was subbed out for Primetime Tuesday 4 on the side of SuRpLu5 Esports. He is doing absolute monstrosity here. I've seen the core go past the goal line 4 times and it finally goes through. Jeez, what a long first goal set, but it goes to the Joker and SuRpLu5 Esports.
And we were talking about like literal pixels of width before that core would have been registered as a goal. That was insane on the side of XenoGemini. Unfortunately, not going to be able to be fruitful for his efforts. Core flips come through. if this is the kind of play that Prodygies has to make, they're going to be trying to make it every single time. They're not going to let up easy, but oh, that is incredibly demoralizing after all those saves.
Yes, and like, look, both these teams are going to have their foot on the gas. This is their chance to make it to the grand finals and a shot at the prize pool. This is their shot. This is it, right? And look, Silly Goofy Prodigies already up 1. They have some breathing room. SuRpLu5 Esports does not have that royalty. They do not have that advantage as the core flip comes out the side of Barcode, but it's instantly defected by Pengwy. Pengwy is going to go grab the core flip as well. They are going to try to make a goal, but it's not going to work out. The goal sides here, little edges of this Oni arena. Sorry, not Oni arena, my bad, Atlas Labs. Very similar arenas as well. Going to really help out the sides here. But Puffy's going to clear it, bring it towards midfield, and Joker needs to get this second goal barrier down. But all members are now up on the side of Silly Goofy Prodigies, and it's only a matter of time before they get a goal here.
It's only a matter of time. They have some of their cooldowns up. That Astro's about to go flying. Joker not going to be sent off to the blast zone just quite yet, as his ultimate is able to heal some of his health. He's got the core flip online. Lyarri needs to try and get this core flip online of her own with the members, with Pengwy at her side, but it's not going to be doing a whole lot. Joker going to find the core flip. Not going to find anything, though. Finding the core flip for Lyarri is going to send that one to the back of the net. This is so tense already. We're only in the second set.
And you're asking me who's tense, right? Usually I'm loose as a rubber band, but right now I am tighter than my calves after a nice leg day workout. It is insane, the feeling that we're feeling right now here at Primetime Tuesday. This is what it's all about, showing off the amazing strats, but Puffy can't show off for another 10 seconds as he's thrown off the end of the goal, and Lyarri and Pengwy going to be going closer and closer, edging towards this side. I think, yeah, that was Barcode. I thought that was Joker for a second. Barcode going to get the core flip off, try to get a defensive clear here. Lyarri is doing amazing work here, but she's going to have to, like, step back a bit, because maybe, look at that, how that shield was positioned. That's usually where Lyarri hangs out, at that bottom right-hand side. Now, the shield barrier is gone, so there is an open goal opportunity for SG Prodygies to go up, and there it is. A little bit of a gapper in between Barcode and Puffy, and man, I really don't want to be the one to be casting my own team and they lose.
All of a sudden, it's going to be a superstitious thing.
I'm not going to hear the end of it.
No, definitely not. Lyarri and Pengwy have done such a good job walking forward together. Oh, Joker, finally, the counterplay. The only thing that you could do against Rune Banish is to just evade the special itself before he hits you. And Joker finally seems like he's got his evades online at the ready and is going to be doing that consistently, and that's going to turn around this match if they can just keep landing that consistently. But especially on the side of the offense, Lyarri and Pengwy have been so good walking forward together and being sure that they can make those passing plays, making these clearing plays, and just put on too much pressure for them to handle.
Absolutely, and just look at how Xeno is playing this close to his final goal barrier. Look at the core flip coming out. It's going to be quickly sent off to the other side of the net, the other side of the court here. I mean, this is just a defensive masterclass from both of these goalies. You just cannot turn an errant eye at how this works. And I believe a lot of these players were at this ECC LAN where Barcode went up with the Sad Boys guys here, the Trio Abusers guys, and it just went absolutely bonkers the way that they just went. They cleared house.
That was
with the entire roster. It was an insane match to watch, but they're not dead yet. Look, SG Prodygies has their goal open, but they are on the offensive. Lyarri, it needs to get these rune baits, but oh man, Puffy sent to the corner. We're at 2-2 yet again.
They're finally understanding how to play around that rune and what to do to make sure that Lyarri cannot get those banish kills off properly, and that is to evade the banish and to eat the pillars before they grow too fast in size so that it doesn't get the full damage from the pillars. And obviously you can't make that happen every single time, but if you can do that consistently enough, that rune's effectiveness goes down way, way drastically. And it seems like finally the members of SuRpLu5 are putting those practices into effect. It's hard to start playing around the rune when you haven't played around it in a while. But Joker gonna barely dodge that one and is gonna remain alive for the time being. And both of these brawlers have their health bars cracked.
They are both cracked, both in game and in health wise, and they need some health ASAP. Pengwy gonna try to get onto this advantage, but Joker immediately heals up. The shields are back there, and there's an open net. Both sides open now, so Barcode needs to keep this, both Barcode and Xeno need to keep this goal free from the core, but there's nothing that these midfielders and forwards can say. They need to get this into the net no matter what. And we're into overtime. This core is going to be accelerating as fast as I am talking right now and as fast as I'm thinking right now. Look at the ping-ponging going on from both sides of these guys. Puffy almost gets one in there. There's a bit of a rune banish on the core. Going to stun it a bit. Barcode, look at how clean and back both these goalies are. And once the forwards come and ascend onto this goal line here, you're going to see that SuRpLu5 Esports grabs one set from SuRpLu5 Prodygies.
Barcode was so patient every single time and baiting out those walk forwards from Pengwy, just saying, all right, come at me. You know, like, I have the core flip. I'm going to just flip it and send it right past you, and you're going to be at a disadvantage on the defense if you come at me. And so he played that game of chicken with Pengwy. That was just insane. Primetime is up, and Primetime is taken by Barcode. Shout out to Primetime Tuesday. Shout outs to Vodible, by the way.
Shout out to Vodible, by the way. Subscribe, follow, do your thing. Follow him on Twitter. Get his YouTube. Get his YouTube, by the way. I think he's already a YouTube partner. Yeah, he's already a YouTube partner. Go subscribe. All the VODs will be posted right there on youtube.com/Vodible. I think that's what the URL is. He'll probably link it here in the chat here in a bit. But yeah, I mean, if we back to your Barcode statement there, he wasn't playing as reserved as he was in the last set there. But in this second set, he really amped it up. He's been playing very, very well, very patiently. He's been waiting for the core to come to him and waiting to see what these strikers do on other sides. But oh my goodness, Pengwy grabbing 2 for 1 special. Gonna go to Wendy's, get a 4 for 4 as he just grabs both of these shield barriers. And it's only a matter of time before SuRpLu5 Prodygies can get a goal, but not if Barcode and Puffy have anything to say about it. Just kidding. They're just gonna let it go by. It's fine. It's okay.
No, it's all good. I mean, it's also very hard to deal with when you have these gigantic rune pillars, the monumentalist coming through for Lyarri. Going to be making sure that those creations are going to be insanely big and hitting insanely hard. And it was literally Puffy dying right off of the rip because he did not evade the banish. Unfortunately, that goal barrier is going to go down, but this is a really good opportunity. They can just keep this one on the other side of the arena. But now Puffy's back alive.
Puffy's back alive. Barcode defending as he's supposed to do, and he's defending as the rest of the... Oh, look at that pass play. You see that dribble off the side right down to Puffy, scoops it in. It is tied 1-1.
And that muzzle propulsion coming in huge for Puffy means that those rose warps are going to have so much more range on its projectile that comes through after the teleport, which means that you have a lot more room to play with on those teleports. So you can cover that entire area of basically the entire goal. That's exactly what he did. Just perfect play, and it hits it so much harder. Look at that. This is exactly what you want to see if you're on the side of the Estelle, and these awakenings are going to be so important in the long run.
Oh man, and Lyarri was really posed there to try to grab an easy, fast goal. But you saw her just go right off the side there as Puffy and Joker both established the hierarchy there, and grabs the Atlas out of there. Joker's just going to grab another goal. It is really hard to cast these games, by the way. I like being a host.
I appreciate the host duties.
Yes,
but the craziness and the hype of these games cannot be understated. It
Absolutely.
is a tough sell every time. And a tough sell is exactly what these players have to go through every single time if they want to try and get these W's. It's so tough, right? Because it looks like now SuRpLu5 is in their element. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing every time to get these goal barriers, to get these KOs, and the pass plays that they've been doing so good with every single time that they're known for in Nassel, and they're just gonna get this one 3 goals straight in a row to keep this one moving in their direction. Just one more set, and they're moving on to grand finals.
Thank you for taking over the casting there, because I got to be a fan for a second. Oh my goodness. Did you see how they got that goal?
Yeah.
Man. I love Omega Strikers, but we're in the Awakening draft. We're going to see what Joker is going to pick here. Going to pick the big fish, knowing what the coach said as well, because I have to say this every time, of course, Big Fish, my nickname in college. So that is what is going to have to happen if you're on SuRpLu5 Esports. If you see the big fish with the Primetime, you're going to have to grab it.
A huge denial, by the way. Puffy, super smartly, taking the twin drive away from XenoGemini. The build different is going to get picked up, and the heavy impact as well. These are good awakenings if you're on the side of Prodygies, but a couple of important denials are going to come through very, very importantly for the members of SuRpLu5. This is going to be a really tense moment as both of these sides have one goal barrier down, and this one is looking good for SuRpLu5.
Looking really good for the good guys, and I am very biased right now. My name's in the team. Let me act how I can. Look at how Joker and Puffy are just doing it. Oh, but Xeno tries to get the core flip, but it doesn't work out. See you later. SuRpLu5 Esports up 1.
That was Lyarri. If that ult came out just like a frame sooner, Joker's patience would have just been completely nullified, and they would have been able to kick that core away. That was so hard to time if you're on that side. Puffy gonna get sent away, and this is looking pretty good for Prodygies, right? They've got one good opportunity.
They do. They have one really good opportunity, one shot. Do not let your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime as that goal is open for the side of Silly Goofy Prodygies. They need this goal to stay alive in this set, but Puffy and Joker are on the offensive already. Core flip denied. XenoGemini trying to make something happen here. Pengwy is right here, and PuffyFPS grabs that other goal barrier and gives it to the Joker, and he sends it right in. One goal away from grand finals.
And it's so rough because if you're on the side of the Prodygies, you have to be thinking, oh, we had that opportunity. We had this. These are our chances to actually make this actually function for us. Oh my gosh, not getting sent away is Puffy gonna be able to stay online.
Yeah.
These goal barriers are down though, Dylan. This is gonna be so rough.
This is going to be very rough, but it looks like we are this close to seeing a rematch of Trio Abusers and SuRpLu5 Esports from the Switch stage in the grand finals, and this might be the time. This might be the place. But Pengwy saying, shut up, Dylan. You're going to be on my ride, and Lyarri putting a punctuation point, an exclamation mark on the end of that sentence. They're not dead yet.
They're not dead yet, and this is what they need to be doing. They need to be working together. They need to shut down Puffy as much as possible, because that midfield presence with the double rose warp, with the missile propulsion, is going to be so tough to deal with, and they just need to get one of these players to be out of the fight, to be shut down, and Joker's health is what's going to be shut down in the meantime. This is exactly what they need to be doing. They just need to get this core through to the other side.
They definitely need it. They are down 2 goals. Their tournament lives on the line, but look at how these teams are playing right now. They're playing really, really well, trying to get these shield barriers out. Barcode lets one slip. Puffy gonna try to get an eye for an eye, but can he get a tooth for a tooth? As he's, oh my goodness, Pengwy, see you later, goodbye, Joker. And he's gonna be saying some different comedy down there at the bottom of the arena as he's getting ready to respawn. Lyarri comes back, but 1 goal barrier's down, 2 goal barriers are down, both sides are open. Can SuRpLu5 Esports seal the deal? And they can!
No!
They can! Puffy, the man from Michigan State, grabs it, and SuRpLu5 Esports are going to the grand finals!
And there was such a good opportunity for the members of Prodygies to turn that one around. They had it in the bag, but both of them saw one another walking down towards that core and decided to turn around because they didn't want to be chasing the same core, right? You want to be spreading out just enough to try and coordinate it together, and they just ended up not being able to secure that. They ended up making just one small mistake, and that just sent the core right back to the other side where Joker was waiting. And huge win for SuRpLu5, but if you're Prodygies, you have to be thinking, I cannot believe we lost to this team again.
Absolutely, and I just gotta say GG's to that other team. They played absolutely phenomenally. This is not the last time you'll see Silly Goofy Prodygies either, but we're back, baby. This is the best SuRpLu5 Esports has ever done in Primetime Tuesday, getting to grand finals against Trio Abusers. It's one tough call to make, but who do you think has the chance going in the grand finals?
I'm just
Say
here
the
for
team
a
that
show.
matters.
I'm here.
Say the team
I'm here
that
for a
matters.
show. I'm rooting for SuRpLu5. I'll say it. I'll say it.
Yes!
I'll do it.
Let's go.
Listen, Vaughn and Bells and YL, like, they're all awesome. They're all great players. I love Vaughn's streams. He's a homie.
Vaughn is awesome. Bells is awesome. I mean, every single player is awesome. We love every single player, but there's something different when you're spending money on these guys, right? Anyway, we'll catch you right back here with the grand finals. SuRpLu5 Esports versus Trio Abusers. We'll see you on the other end of this break. Catch you in a bit.
I don't wanna wait for a storm that ain't coming, or hide from the sun in the morning. I don't wanna run from something I can't fight, but I gotta be careful.